Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an old lady with silver hair and a face full of gentle wrinkles. Her bright, kind eyes made everyone love her. She had no children, and her husband had passed away years ago, yet she never complained. She lived alone in a small house near a big banyan tree, where she would sit, talk to people, and always smile. The villagers worked hard. Some were farmers, some carpenters, and others worked in the market. Life wasn't easy. Sometimes the rain didn't come, and crops dried up. Sometimes people fell ill and couldn't work. One day, a young woman named Rada came to the old lady, crying. Her husband had gone to the city to find work but hadn't sent money home. Her children were hungry, and she was scared. The old lady smiled softly and asked her to sit. "Tell me, what do you think will happen?" Rada said she feared the worst, that her husband might not find work or might forget them. The old lady gently shook her head and said, "When we think bad thoughts, we feel worse. But when we think good thoughts, we feel better, and sometimes good things happen." Rada asked, "But how can I think good thoughts when everything is so bad?" The old lady smiled again. "Let me tell you a story," she said. The old lady began. "Once there was a poor man who had nothing, no food, no money, no family. He sat by the river crying. An old woman came and asked, 'Why are you crying?' He replied, 'I have nothing. How can I be happy?' The woman smiled and said, 'You have the river, the trees, the sun. Look around you. There is beauty and life everywhere. If you think about what you don't have, you will always be sad. But if you think about what you do have, you will find peace." The man listened, and slowly he stopped crying. He began to notice the good things around him. From that day, his life began to change. The old lady looked at Rada and said, "The man's life did not change because of magic. It changed because he changed his thinking. When we think positively, our hearts feel lighter, and we can face problems better." Rada asked, "Will my thinking really change my life?" The old lady nodded gently. "Yes, if you wake up each morning and say, 'Today will be a good day,' you'll find the strength to work, care for your children, and wait for your husband with hope. But if you focus only on what might go wrong, you'll feel weak and sad." Rada understood and promised to think good thoughts from then on. Rada left the old lady's house with a lighter heart. Every day she remembered the wise words. Each morning she told herself, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, cared for her children, and prayed for her husband's return. After a few weeks, she received a letter. Her husband had found a job in the city and was sending money home. Overjoyed, Rada ran to the old lady's house to share the news. The old lady smiled and said, "You see, my dear, when we think positive, we invite good things into our life. Problems will always come, but with a hopeful heart, we can overcome them." Soon, other villagers heard about the old lady's wisdom and came to her with their problems. She gave them the same advice: "Think good thoughts and good will come." Her words changed many lives. The villagers loved her even more because she had taught them the true power of positive thinking.